Hi guys, and welcome to this week's video. Today I wanted to just have a little chat with you guys about calorie counting. It's something that I have put a lot of time and effort into researching throughout my life and trying to do over and over and over and over again. So I just wanted to go with you my findings, so then you don't have to do as much as I did. Firstly, ignore the appearance. I look gross, I get it. Now, firstly, I want to say calorie counting can be extremely effective. Absolutely can be, and it has been for me in the past many times. But for me, I always find it very hard to stick to. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, if you don't know, calorie counting is where you count your calories or your kilojoules, very, very simple. And you try and stick to a calorie goal each day to lose weight. Now for me, I always try and stick to around the 5,000 mark. Now obviously that's quite low. What you're supposed to be getting to maintain an average weight is about 8,000 or 9,000, something like that. So I'm cutting out a lot of calories. Yeah. She's talking to the TV. So I always try and stick to that 5,000 mark because that always seems to really, really work for me, which is good. I've done it a few times using apps. I've done it using just paper and pen. For some reason, I really was able to stick to the paper and pen one more than the others. So I don't know if that'll help you guys out by doing it that way. Right now, I am calorie counting, or I'm just starting again to calorie count, kind of through the MyFitnessPal app. I really like the MyFitnessPal app, although they did used to have a feature where you could just scan the barcode of whatever you're eating and it would come up on your thing that you're eating it, but now you have to pay for the premium version to get that feature, which kind of sucks. I have used other apps as well. I can't really remember what they were. But yeah, so that's sort of how you do it. It's not easy. A lot of the time, especially if you're having homemade food, which is obviously recommended for when you're trying to be healthy or lose weight or anything, it's really hard to track exactly how many calories are in there. So for me, I always feel like it's kind of inaccurate. But it also just, for me anyway, makes you feel so guilty for like eating something. Hi, are you waving? You waving? Smiley girl. And yeah, it's just kind of hard in that aspect. Hello. But yeah, so it does make you feel guilty about all of that, which is the downside, but also that's why it works, is you start to feel guilty for eating these different foods, which obviously is not healthy. It's not a healthy relationship with food to feel guilty for eating. However, it does help you to maintain that calorie goal and that calorie deficit. So I don't know, it's a bit back and forth. But basically, that's how it works. You go, you eat a certain amount, you stay in a calorie deficit. Calorie deficit means when you have, Calorie deficit is when you've lost more calories than you've consumed. And that doesn't mean that you've exercised more than you've consumed. It means that your natural calorie deficit or your natural calorie burning throughout the day, because obviously you burn calories with everything that you do, with breathing, with your heart beating. So every person has a different baseline. You can very easily look up yours. There are plenty of different calculators. Are they accurate? No, they're not. But they give you a rough outline of where you should be, based on a few different things. I believe your weight, height, all that sort of stuff goes into it, how active you are generally. But yeah, so you get that baseline, and as long as, like, even if you do no proper exercise during that day, then you just have to be under that baseline. If you do exercise during that day, you get to eat a bit more. It works kind of hand in hand. You get to be like that. and just really make sure that you're in that deficit. Or staying right on par, so you're maintaining your weight, or if you're wanting to gain weight, making sure that you're eating over that amount, etc, etc, etc. It can work in any way. But yes, that's how it works. I think it overall, yes, it does work. If you stick to it, it does work. I personally find it really hard to stick to it, just because it does make me feel guilty for wanting to eat, and I want to eat a little bit more than I generally set my goal to. This time I've set my goal not higher, I still want to stay around that 5,000 mark, but at the same time I'm not holding myself back from anything. I'm still going to eat what I want to eat, and that's just how it's going to be. And if I go over, I go over. If I'm under, I'm under. I'm more just keeping track than I am being really harsh on myself, and I'm hoping that that works. So far, you know, I've only done a couple days of it so far, and it's been okay. And just in my normal eating habits, I'm actually sticking to around the 6,000 mark, which is still very, very good. The last couple of days I have had time to exercise and all of that, which of course has helped. So we'll see how we go today, especially because I had chocolate for breakfast. So as you can see, doesn't necessarily mean having all of the healthy stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I want to know your guys' thoughts on this. How do you feel about calorie counting? Have you done it? Did it work? Did it not work? Did it make you feel like me and just guilty for eating everything? And I also want to know what... Bah, Yanis. No. Yanis. Yanis. I also want to know what your preferred weight loss, weight gain, weight maintenance tactics are. How do you go about this? What are your tips and tricks? I would love to know, and I'd love to look into them. Maybe I can do a video about them after I've tried them out a little bit. Other than that, if you liked this video, please like, subscribe, comment, all of that. I actually have plenty more of little tips and tricks that I have tried over the years of my weight going up and down. So if you would like more of this type of video, let me know. And other than that,